Yeah, so we've got Dredge versus red-green Valakut. Both these players hoping to try to get themselves their first Modern Magic Mondays championship. Both have come close. Both have been in many top 8s, but have yet to get a championship. So this is an important match here. It is going to be a lot of a race. Kyle definitely has some more sideboard cards available to help him out. We saw earlier he is running all those lovely removal spells such as Anger of the Gods, right? Engineer Explosives. He also has things like Chalice of the Void to kind of shut down things like Faithless Looting and stuff like that to kind of slow down what Matt's kind of build-up stages are. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge in that regard for Matt to have to kind of fight through a lot of sideboard stuff. So game 1, he's really hoping to kind of come out the gate quick and fast and get going. He does have a lot of his own sideboard stuff that he can bring in, Assassin's Trophy, things like that. Players getting ready to go. Alright, let's go. Faithless Looting. Good way to start. Talked about it before. This setup is crucial for the Dredge deck. Valakut, turn 1. Pass. Get the Dredge going. Ooh. That's nice. Okay, we're back on that Creeping Chill plan again. For everyone that was following along at home. So our life totals will be adjusted. I just want to pull this up again. I forgot to do that earlier. But that means that we're switching it up. 17 to 23. Landfall trigger. Let's get some more creatures. And pass. Shock down to 15. Hey, here's a blocker. Way to get some more lands as well. Stop ignoring chat. Sorry, that's what happens. I get focused on the game, I ignore chat. If I get focused on chat, I ignore the game. It's one or the other. So Kyle's saying that he does main board 3 relics, so he's not feeling as bad about his main or his game 1 as other lists might be. Alright, let's go find a land. Alright, so let's get some power going across here. 3 points of damage. Another fetch. I'm assuming that's the shock land. I'm not as used to those arts. Alright. There's the 4. We're back on that acid moss, guys. Let's do what he says. Destroy one of your lands. Acid moss away is green source. Okay, makes sense. Alright, 4 more points of damage. Kel's going to fall to 5. Another mountain, that should be 5 mountains. Summoner's Pack. Prime time. Cast prime time, go find 2 more lands. Let's shoot these guys. Double triggers off the Valakut, because there's 2 Valakuts. And now Matt, hoping to kind of push for that extra damage with the Narcomoebas. Maybe gets lucky and gets a Conflagrate in his yard here that he can be able to flash back and dump cards into. There's the Dark Blast. Basically I need more dredge power, more things. Stinkweed Imp, Narcomoeba trigger. Tough spot for Matt to be in. Flashback. Faithless Looting. Let's dredge away this Stinkweed Imp. See if we can hit some more creatures, shall we? Blood Gas. Kind of hurts a little bit. Oh, look at all those Stinkweed Imps kind of clumped up there. Not a good set of dredging. Let's discard those imps again. Well, let's landfall trigger. Let me come in. This will die. You'll take 2. Go to 3. Basically saying, okay, you have to kill me this turn, or I'm gonna try to kill you next turn, kind of thing. Like, oh no, there's another Valakut, so there's 3 now. And it looked like he was going to cast. Yeah, there's it. Okay, pay for fact. Escape shift. Sack these lands. Blech, kill you. Alright, so let's go back through it again, guys. We talked a little bit sideboard stuff, but in case you missed it, here's what's going down. Dredge has Ghost Quarters, Alpine Moons, Lightning Axes, Nature's Claim, Ancient Grudge, Assassin Trophy, Leyline of the Void. I like the Assassin's Trophies coming in for sure because you can destroy off the Valakut, so you can, you know, be in a good spot with that. I like the Ghost Quarters. I also like Alpine Moon coming in. Kind of gets rid of any abilities that the land might have and just taps for mana. That's it. So that's not a bad way to kind of go about things. But on the other side of things, Kyle's like, hey, I've got Chalices, I've got Engineers, I've got Wrenn and 6, I've got Force of Vigor, I've got Anger of Gods, I've got Reclamation Sage, I don't remember if I said Dampening Sphere. I've got Dampening Sphere, I've got all these cards, so I can start bringing in my Angers to kind of exile your guys off. I can be able to bring in Chalice, so I can play Chalice early so you can't be able to do your setup sages, you can't do your Faithless Looting, things like that. So it's got a lot of kind of power available to shut Matt down. Wrenn and 6 is also good because some of those low dinky stuff that Dredge plays, like the Blood Gas, they're 2/1s. The Narcomoebas are 1/1s, so Wrenn and 6 just being like, alright, here's 1 damage to you. Bink, bink, bink. And kill off your dudes is pretty good. Alright, so it seems that Kyle decided to take out his 4 Acid Moss, and he brought in the 3 Angers and the Rex Sage. So is Wrenn and 6 then just too slow for this matchup because you're wanting to be casting something like Tribe Elder or Farseek on turn 2, and Wrenn and 6 just not what you want to be playing on turn 2 then in this particular matchup? Alright, so Rex Sage is just for Alpine Moon, and Wrenn and 6 is kind of counterproductive to what the game plan of turn 2 should be. And he stole 0 relics game 1, but we know that he does run 3, so he also has that main board engineered as well. So he does have some ways to kind of mess with other decks that are out there. Alright, time to stay hydrated, guys. Alright, let's go get things ready for game number 2. So not feeling good about it. We'll be shuffling it back. So for those that have not heard, this is going to be my last season broadcasting up Modern Magic Mondays. We've been streaming since February of 2016, and real life has caught up and become all-consuming that I cannot continue, at least for the foreseeable future. I do hope and plan to come back in the future, and it is not a permanent I'm gone forever, but just for the fall and spring I will not be around able to do streaming anymore. Modern Magic Mondays will continue in the sense that we are going to continue to have the regular seasons play at the shop, and I'm in talks with somebody to be able to continue with streaming for the coverage, because I feel like it has helped a lot of people out to be able to watch their coverage. Everyone has gotten better playing at the shop because of it. I don't want that to go away. I just know that I won't be able to continue doing it, and so I'm talking with somebody to see if we can make it happen, that there'll still be Modern Magic Monday streamed up, and there'll still be the regular season. So it just will be a lot less of me for the foreseeable future, at least a year, but we're trying to make things work out that you will not be without Magic content. And I will do my best to still, when I have a few brief moments of free time, get back into making some content video that is Magic related. After all, I did do the Modern Meta Breakdown videos 2017, 2018. I haven't done any in 2019, so I need to get back into doing that. So I'll probably start doing some recordings of that in the near future so everybody can get to know what's going on. So let's get some dredge power going, guys. Back to this game here. We've got Faithless Looting, Stinkweed Imp, dredged away. A lot of good stuff that's hitting the graveyard, though. Looks like there's a Blood Gas and Prized Amalgam already in there. On the other side for Kyle, we did get to see that he was able to kind of start things off a little bit slower there. Here's a Forest, and here's a Search for Tomorrow on Suspend, so eventually I'll be able to make something happen with that. Alright, Landfall Trigger. Oh, there was 2 Prized Amalgams? Yikes! And let's get some lands. And while we're at it, let's throw this dredge spell into my graveyard. Alright, let's get some dredging going. There is a Narcomoeba, there's a Blood Gas there, so we're going to get some more power on the board, guys. Much stronger, much more burst damage here. 3, 6, 7, 8. Kyle's going to fetch. Got a Bolt. Huh. There it is. Let's kill that off. Still will take 5. But, hey, getting rid of at least 3 points of damage is actually very relevant. Problem is, when Matt plays another land, that Prized Amalgam can just come back. But he might not want to do that. He might want to wait. You know, if he's worried about Bloodghast, or if he's worried about the anger of the gods. That's the word I'm trying to use. So, other thing too is, don't forget, Bloodghast is a May ability, so he doesn't have to do it, right? So that's what he was thinking about. Okay, if I play this, I don't have to worry about it because it is a fetch land. I can always bring it back next turn, but this allows me to still have power available in my board if he goes for an anger here. So Search is going to go off, and then it's going to pass over to Kyle. There's some dredging going. And there's a conflagrate in the graveyard. That's nice. Okay. Let's do it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage. I'd like to flash this conflagrate back, and I want to dump these cards. Let's go to game 3. So that was one of those ones where Kyle's hand was a little bit slower and just did not have any of his sideboard cards to kind of help him, or even a relic early on. So that was what Dredge is hoping for, though, right? We saw that quick early setup, boom, 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 ready to go, and then it was just kind of, can Kyle stabilize and hang on until he gets enough mana? And that time, no. We saw the bolts coming around, things like that, but if there was an anger or something, it would have made a big difference, right? Would have definitely helped buy him a few more turns. That's the part I hate the most about playing against Dredge. I don't care about you bringing creatures back, but your 2 mana, 11 power fireball that you've got coming at me is bleh. It's gross. Gross, 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 gross. Alright, shuffling up. Game 3. This is it. Tied up 1-1. Who is going to be the Season 11 champion? Both players, again, have been battling out for quite a few seasons, trying their best to kind of lock in and get themselves this championship, and just haven't had the luck yet. Alright, let's get going. Look at this. Every time that Faithless Luden's coming down. Alright, let's get the dredge going. Alright, so what we've got a lot in there. You can see there's some prize amalgams and stuff like that, but there's not much to go off of yet. Oh, I'm missing stuff, guys. Getting distracted again. Here's our scout coming back. So I kind of feeling pretty good, right? He's sitting up at 5 mana. Matt's sequencing things nicely that all these things are going to be coming back so he can be able to push for damage this turn. 2 Bloodghast and a prized amalgam coming back from the graveyard off that landfall trigger. That's true. 5 plus
you'll be at 6, but you know, we've got Steve over there. Block the 3, sack it. I'll take 4, go to 14, but have a lot of mana. Valakut's out now. Dredging, there's an Archamoeba. Another Bloodghast. Alright, so 7 points of damage coming across through all that. More creatures coming back. Kyle goes back over, untaps. Another Valakut. Prime time. Start killing off the creatures. Bing, 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 bing. Hit kill 4 things. 4 triggers off the Valakuts. 2 from each. So now that board state that Matt had just assembled, it's now in this sort of tough stage where he's like, okay, I can try to make something happen here. If I get a land or something, I can bring some more Bloodghast back. I can try to go that route. He also had that Creeping Chill, which, again, we've talked about, you never want in your hand. Now, he could try to the Cathartic Reunion and throw the Stinkweed Imps and stuff like that and try to dig here and hope that he can hit some Creeping Chills or something like that. But he still needs a land to get all those Bloodghast back. see, going through some math here, really trying to find the best lines. Because here's the thing. It's like, you know that you have to try to finish him this turn. Yeah, so Kyle's saying in chat, I can just kill him off with a swing, right? Alright, getting some lands back. Going for the blood gas route. He can still cast Cathartic Reunion now. He just has more fuel to do it. So he can sit here, play land. All those blood gas come back. He's also got those 2 Narcomoebas down below. Like, they're gonna be this is yeah, so Kyle will go to 1 if he just swings in with the blood gas. So he really needs to hit a Creeping Chill off of a Dredge. Huh. I guess just not. Oh, okay. I must have missed the math up. That would be why. Okay. So Kyle is saying, I think I'm at like 14. So I must have subtracted something when I shouldn't have subtracted. Probably an attack went by. So, but that's it. That is it. Even though my math is off. They didn't have haste because he was not actually at 7. I messed up our math there. He was higher than that. We'll say he was at 14. He probably somewhere higher. Who knows? Regardless, that's why he didn't do that route, because the blood gas didn't have haste. But congratulations to Kyle. He is our season 11 champion. Great games coming out from all the players tonight. We got to see some really exciting stuff. But for those tuning in and watching, thanks so much, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. If you like the content, please consider following. We are going to be doing our best to continue with coverage. I'm talking with somebody about having them come in and be able to help out with coverage, since I'm going to be stepping back. This is my last season after 3 years of doing Modern Magic Mondays. Going to be taking some time off, finish up my grad school stuff, and being focused on that for the time being. So if you like the stuff, hit the follows, hit the subscribes, all that kind of good stuff. All the VODs are going to be up on YouTube for people to be able to watch. So that's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. Thanks again for tuning in and watching. I hope you liked all the matches. There were some pretty fun stuff that was taking place today. But again, that's going to do it for us. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next game.